And castor oil is something that penetrates deep into the body.
Meet Barbara O'Neill, a well-known naturopath, natural health advocate, and educator, recognized for her prowess in holistic wellness and natural remedies. With years of experience, O'Neill has helped a great deal of individuals take control of their health through a healthy diet, lifestyle, and natural treatments. O'Neill's teachings largely focus on the body's natural ability to heal when it is provided with the required nutrients and conditions. She has authored many famous books including Self-Heal by Design, Barbara O'Neill Natural Herbal Remedies, and Sustain Me. In this video, we will take a closer look at a natural healing substance, castor oil, which has transformed many lives according to Barbara O'Neill. Surprisingly, this oil's benefits aren't limited to a single aspect of health. It's a powerhouse of overall wellness. Castor oil has been used for several health issues for thousands of years. It was first introduced in Egypt, where it was used as lamp oil in cosmetics and even in medicines. In some countries, castor oil was used to induce labor, as a natural laxative for constipation, and treat skin conditions. In addition to that, many even began using it as a natural hair care treatment to treat dry hair and bad scalp, and to improve the thickness of hair. But these were the simplest concerns. Castor oil has a lot more to offer. Since it holds the power to penetrate deep inside the body, it can do wonders in unbelievable ways. Barbara O'Neill has unveiled the amazing benefits of this magic oil, which has been kept hidden for a long time. Whether it is the slightest discomfort or a long-standing chronic pain, castor oil has got you covered. Aside from uncovering the unknown benefits of castor oil with the help of Barbara O'Neill, we will also discover the best way to incorporate it into your lifestyle using a castor oil pack. So stick around and watch this video until the end. The first unbelievable benefit of castor oil is its ability to remove and dissolve unwanted matter. Castor oil has been studied for its potency to treat conditions like bone spurs, kidney stones, cysts, and even cataracts due to its anti-inflammatory and deep penetrating effects. It is packed with ricinoleic acid, the main ingredient possessing the power to break down hard residues in every part of the body and encourage tissue healing. If it is applied topically, it can go deep into the tissues and dissolve rigid substances like bone spurs. Castor oil is also capable of treating kidney stones by relieving the inflammation and pain linked with the condition. According to the teachings of Barbara O'Neill, it may also break down kidney stones if used long-term and with consistency. Moreover, cataracts, a condition in which a cloud is formed in your eye's lens, can also be dealt with castor oil. Some experts, including O'Neill, believe that it can break down the protein buildups, cataracts that cloud your eyes. Some research studies show that castor oil might have the potential to deal with such health conditions. A study published in the Journal of Material Science Materials in Medicine showed that castor oil-derived scaffold can help with tissue regeneration and bone repair. This indirectly suggests that castor oil may help alleviate the discomfort and pain associated with bone spurs.
So castor oil will break up any unnatural substance. So it'll break up a bone spur. It'll break up kidney stones. It'll break up gallstones. It will even help to break cataracts up, so you can put a drop of castor oil on your finger and wipe it over your eye, then do it to the other eye. Could you put it in your eye? Absolutely. It's just easier to wipe it over your eye though, because it's so sticky.
Barbara O'Neill says castor oil is potent enough to dissolve abnormal growths in the body. However, she also mentions that it largely depends on the severity of the condition and how long it has been present. To treat cataracts, she recommends rubbing a drop of castor oil on both eyelids, and you will see a difference over time.
When I was in I think it was Nebraska last year, a lady came to me and she was in her 70s. She said, my foot had this bunion on it, and the bunion came out about 1/2 inch. She said, I've been applying a castor oil compress to it every night for 2 months, and it's gone.
Barbara O'Neill also shared a success story of a woman in her 70s who was struggling with a bunion in her feet for a few years. She had tried everything, but nothing seemed to work. However, as soon as she heard about castor oil, she began using it over it. Within the time of 2 months, the woman got rid of the bunion like it never existed.
I've known ladies to break up fibroids by applying the castor oil compress. This would be a good size for the abdomen.
That's not all. She also came across women who had fibroids and treated them using castor oil on their abdomens. Before we continue, please note that this information is intended solely for educational purposes and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or starting any new supplements. Castor oil can also handle chest congestion and constipation. It has long been used and recognized as a natural way to treat constipation. For congestion, if it is used topically on the chest, it can effectively clear the blocked pathways by supporting the circulation and lowering down the inflammation, ultimately reducing the discomfort associated with congestion. The main ingredient, ricinoleic acid, is believed to be effective in softening the mucus and promoting the breathing process. On the other hand, it has been recognized as a natural laxative for centuries. It is known to work by stimulating the intestines. Experts suggest that it works up bowel movements by triggering peristalsis, in which intestines get shrunk. It means when a person consumes oil orally, it triggers the bowel to move more than usual. This way, the bowel pushes the stool through the intestine and releases it out of the rectum. However, if you are using it orally, it is highly recommended to consult a healthcare professional first, since it can cause side effects like upsetting the stomach, nausea, and even vomiting. Due to its thick consistency and unusual taste, it becomes difficult to drink it. You can look for castor oils with a thin consistency, as some manufacturers mix it with other substances, making it easier to swallow. Furthermore, many even consider mixing castor oil with other liquids like fruit juices, milk, and water. The general recommended dose of castor oil is 15 milliliters or 3 teaspoons. Therefore, if you plan to use it orally, be sure to take care of the dosage. Another pilot study discovered that massaging castor oil on the abdomen can help improve bowel movements and ultimately relieve constipation. This is what Barbara O'Neill suggests as well. She recommends applying it topically on the abdomen for effective relief from constipation and rubbing a small amount on the chest to ease congestion. O'Neill says castor oil can be harsh on the stomach, and therefore she doesn't recommend consuming it. However, one can mix it with other liquids to lower its concentration and consistency.
And then apply the castor oil compress. And we've seen ladies helped again and again with that. You can also use a castor oil compress on the chest if there's a congestion in the chest. You could wear it on the abdomen, not only for fibroids, but also for constipation.
Castor oil can even prove beneficial in treating scar tissues that occur after an injury. It carries the potential power to heal the scar tissues induced by injury or fracture. Its quality of penetrating deep into the tissues helps with improved blood circulation and provision of required minerals at the scar site. Moreover, its anti-inflammatory effects aid with swelling and pain linked with the scar tissue. Some research studies confirm the said benefit of castor oil. A research experiment article published in Pharmacognosy magazine showed that a mixture of castor oil, ascorbic acid, and gum tragacanth can effectively heal wounds. The study concluded that this formulation improved wound healing in a mouse excisional wound model. This suggests that castor oil may hold the potential to heal cuts, wounds, minor injuries, and ultimately scar tissue. Another study published in the Journal of Materials Science, Materials in Medicine, showed castor oil's healing effects in bone defect reconstruction. In the study, polyurethane was extracted from castor oil, which was used on rats to improve the process of bone reconstruction. This suggests that this oil can support tissue repair as well as regeneration. Ultimately, it can also play a part in the repair of scar tissue.
So you might notice I've still got a little bit of swelling in my hand. It's been only 8 weeks since I broke this. The x-ray confirms that my bones are healed, but there's still a little bit of swelling there because it was quite a serious break. So I've brought you over my castor oil compress, and I've used one of those sheets that the 15-year-old's knee went through, and I've actually got about 10 layers there, and I put that on my on my hand like this, and I bandage it. I'm getting very good at this because I do it every night.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill said in one of her videos that her hand was fractured badly. After her bones were healed and the plaster was removed, there was some swelling left. She began using a castor oil pack on her hand, which significantly improved the swelling. Lastly, she also said that castor oil can heal the scar tissue. If you're eager to explore more anti-inflammatory natural treatments and elevate your overall well-being, don't miss the chance to subscribe to the QuickTime newsletter linked below. Delivered weekly to your inbox, it features expert advice, tasty recipes, and practical tips to help you lead a healthier, more vibrant life. The fourth benefit of castor oil is its ability to treat arthritis and body inflammation. Castor oil is highly famous and well recognized, especially because of its anti-inflammatory effects. Its main ingredient, ricinoleic acid, is the key factor in alleviating pain and lower swelling. Therefore, it can be a great option for those struggling with joint pain and inflammation-induced conditions like arthritis. Castor oil is especially effective for conditions like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. When it is applied to the affected joints, it reduces swelling, pain, stiffness, and discomfort. The ricinoleic acid present in this oil gets absorbed into the skin and reaches the tissue to reduce inflammation in the joints. A research study conducted in India showed that the application of castor oil on joints can help reduce knee joint pain linked with osteoarthritis. Regarding inflammation, a study conducted at the Departments of Pharmacology and Preclinical Development in Italy found that castor oil lowered inflammation in animal models.
I've had in my thumb a little bit of rheumatoid arthritis because I have inherited the genes there. If I wear this castor oil compress every night, it never causes me any trouble. I've been wearing this compress. Well, I haven't been wearing for 8 weeks because my hand was in plaster for a while.
Barbara O'Neill mentioned that she had inherited a condition called rheumatoid arthritis in her thumb. This condition caused her a lot of pain and discomfort. However, when she began using castor oil on her affected thumb, the pain and discomfort faded over time.
So I'm just standing there in the airport and a man approaches me, and he would be mid-50s, and he said, "Are you Barbara O'Neill?" And usually when someone says, "Are you?" I just nod. Yes, he said, "I've got an amazing story for you." He said, "I had this hand, and he said it happened to my father, my grandfather. The tendons in here get shorter and shorter, and the hand clamps up." He said, "And I saw your lecture on YouTube about castor oil." So he said, every night after the shower, I rub castor oil into my hand. He said, "I've been doing it for a couple of months." And he said, "Look," he said, "my hand is no more clamping up." He said, "I just want to thank you."
Furthermore, she shared an amazing story of a man in his mid-50s who had a trigger finger due to tendons. He told O'Neill that he began applying castor oil on his hands every night for a couple of months. Soon enough, his hand stopped clamping up and the symptoms were completely gone. The last benefit of castor oil on this list is the management of IBS. This condition is a common gastrointestinal disorder that can negatively impact the large intestine and has symptoms like gas, bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and constipation. While there might be other natural treatments for this condition, castor oil remains the best and most affordable way to handle this uncomfortable digestive condition. Similar to how it cures constipation, castor oil can trigger intestines, reduce abdominal pain, and soften the stool to help it release.
I met a lady who told me she'd conquered her irritable bowel with castor oil compresses. She said, "My husband's a doctor and I was not interested in what he had to offer." And I'd heard about the castor oil.
Barbara O'Neill came across a woman who had been suffering from IBS. The woman's husband was a doctor, however. She didn't follow up with his recommended medications and rather went for castor oil. She applied castor oil on her abdomen for a few weeks, and her symptoms had weakened over time. These were the amazing benefits of castor oil shared by Barbara O'Neill. But how to apply it in the most effective way? Let's hear it from Barbara O'Neill herself.
Oh, this is a greenie, but it's an incontinence pad. So what we do is we get those and we cut them and we take off that top layer and we put several layers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 layers of that oil sheeting in there. You see, the thicker the compress, the more castor oil it can hold, and the more castor oil that can go into your body. And what we do then is we tape the edges. And the reason we go to a bit of effort to do this, you can also stitch the corners, because this is a compress, so it can be used again and again and again and again.